Ethics 101. Pay attention. Rule 9 talks about practicing fees. The most important thing to note in this rule is the date you are to pay the annual practicing fee. If you get called to the bar and you enroll at the Supreme Court, you have within 1 month after enrollment to pay your practicing fee for the year. Then afterwards, you must pay your annual practicing fee not later than 31st of March in every year. If you don't pay your fee, you'll be denied the right of audience in court. If you lie about paying it and they catch you, that could be seen as a contemptuous act and you'll be in trouble. Also, it goes without saying that if you don't pay your fees, you can't sign documents like pleadings and affidavits. You can't also file processes. Think of it this way. If you, as the lawyer, are a smartphone and your law practice and expertise is the battery, then that means the practicing fee would be the charger. If you don't charge the battery of your phone when it gets flat, you can't use it for calls. Same with the law profession. If you don't pay your practicing fees, you won't be able to practice in court. Now, what are these fees? The fees vary from time to time, so these figures are tentative. But from what I've noticed, the price doesn't change that much. As at 2025, the senior advocates and body of benchers would pay $50,000 in a year. Lawyers 15 years and above post-call pay $25,000. Lawyers 10 years to 14 years post-call pay $17,500. Lawyers 5 years to 9 years post-call pay $10,000. And lawyers below 5 years post-call pay 5,000 naira. So now we've seen that the practicing fees are compulsory to pay and they are being gathered somewhere. But where does the money go? From what I can gather, it seems like the payment is made to the NBA portal. And from there, 10% of the yearly fees gathered goes to the body of benchers. The NBA retains the remaining 90%. Now let's do some quick math. So the average number of lawyers we have in Nigeria are about 250,000. The minimum payable is 5,000. That would give us 1.25 billion naira on average. 10% of that is 125 million naira per year. And that's the minimum. That's a lot of money from just 10%. I don't even want to be thinking about how much the remaining 90% will be. Now, what is the money used for? NBA uses it to make the lawyer atmosphere better. As a law student and a baby lawyer, you may not understand. And honestly, some adult lawyers don't understand as well. But it's for a good cause. But what about the 10% that goes to the body of benchers? I don't know. Tight, I guess. In conclusion, in the law school, it's possible to see questions that test you on this rule. So I want you to open your eyes and ears one more time. When you are called to the bar, you have within 1 month afterwards to pay your practicing fee. Then subsequently, you pay every 31st day of March. For everyone else, pay 31st of March. If you've been called to the Nigerian bar, you can't do anything until you've paid your fees, so make sure you pay them. Congratulations, you now know Rule 9. Next is Rule 10, which is talking about seal and stamp. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and remember, stay lawful, stay informed.